Hi, this is Arthur with Northwest Registered Agent. I've been a corporate guide for about 7 years now, and today we're going to be talking about starting a virtual assistant business. We'll discuss the steps of setting it up, what to do once your business is up and running, and how to know if a virtual assistant business is right for you. So we're joined by my guest, Tim, today. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Arthur.
As more and more jobs shift to remote, there's a higher demand for virtual assistants, and with the right tools, you can start your own virtual assistant business. So Tim, tell me, what does a virtual assistant do?
So a virtual assistant can do a lot of different things. It just really varies and depends on what the company is hiring you to do. They can do everything from scheduling appointments to marketing, social media management, trip planning, ordering supplies. It depends on what the company's hiring you to do.
Okay. So I've heard some work in design and content creation as well.
They can, yeah. That is really depending and varying upon your skill set, what you're comfortable being able to accomplish for companies. But rather than a company have to go out and hire a part-time or a full-time employee, they're looking to these virtual assistants to get a lot of their tasks done.
Okay. So having an assistant background can help, it seems like, because they don't want to actually have to train you to do the job. They just expect you to have the knowledge.
Absolutely.
Okay. So can you go through the steps of starting a virtual assistant business?
Yeah, absolutely. First step is going to be usually creating a business plan. You're going to want to know just who exactly is going to be interested in your services, how you're going to find your clients, how much you're going to charge for the services, and just how much money you'll need to kind of start your business up.
Okay. And who normally hires a virtual assistant?
Good question. Usually it's going to be a lot of business owners and executives. Really anyone who has any tasks that they need accomplished that can be done virtually can hire you. A lot of small businesses with few employees look out for virtual assistants to just kind of get things done for them.
Okay. So how do they find these clients?
Typically, this is going to be a lot through online job boards, community networking, and just freelance sites. Sites like Upwork and Guru allow you to create a profile and detail your experience and skills, versus other sites like Vainsiders is a job board and resource site specifically for virtual assistants, but it does come with a monthly cost. It's usually always going to be a good idea to create your own website and detail your services and everything out on there as well.
Okay, cool. So once they have these clients, how do they charge for their work? And normally what's the going rate?
Yeah, usually the clients are going to hire you based upon how many hours you're going to work per week and the tasks that they're hiring you for to accomplish. Once you agree on your rate, the rates can range anywhere from $15 an hour to upwards of $100. Just really depending upon your experience, your skill set, and kind of the location of where you're at. Once the rate is agreed upon, the hours of work per week is agreed upon, and the tasks to be done, that's typically all that's needed. It's always usually a good idea to get all that stuff down in a written contract, just so you guys have both clear and concise details of it.
So what will they need to get started?
Actually, not much. A good laptop and a good internet connection.
Oh, cool. That's kind of nice. So once they decide on this, I assume they'll just have to pick a business name?
Yep. They want to make sure that the name is going to be available in the state that they're going to be conducting their business in. They'll want to consider possibly trademarking that name for protection and also looking for a domain for their business. Of course, they're going to want to decide on their entity type as well.
Okay. Can you talk about some of the advantages of different entity types?
Yeah, absolutely. So for a sole prop, you don't have to register with the state, so you save yourself some money and fees there. However, it does not separate your personal liabilities from your business liabilities, and you're operating under your own personal name.
So what about LLCs and corporations?
Well, they're formed at the state level, so it's legally separate from its owners, so that protects your personal assets more. You also have more tax options, but you do have to worry about state filings and fees.
Okay. So if they're going the LLC or corporation route, they're going to just need to form their business, or they could even hire Northwest Registered Agent to do so.
Yep. They're going to want to write down their internal policies for their business. This ensures that there's a clear path forward if any issues arise. Then they'll need to get an employer identification number from the IRS.
Okay, cool. So once they have that, they can open a business bank account. They'll still need to obtain any required licenses or permits, which obviously they can find with the city or county websites.
Exactly.
So let's talk about once their business is up and running, maybe they're starting to see some success. What should they do next?
We mentioned it a little earlier, but they're going to want to make sure to get online and get that business website created. It's a big step, but they might want to hire employees. Also, business insurance is always a good idea, and home-based businesses can sometimes add insurance onto their homeowner's policy.
Okay. So after all this, people might be wondering, is a virtual assistant business right for me?
Well, it's definitely not for everyone. You have to be able to take direction well, but also be a self-starter. Once your business is in full swing and you have multiple clients, attention to detail will be very important. Multitasking skills are essential, and it's a lot of sitting in front of your computer.
That's a good point. Well, thanks, Tim. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe to our channel. If you have a question, leave it in the comments. And remember, call Northwest when you want more.